Hi guys, I just wanted to make a quick video on the announcement that the Oculus Rift price has just been revealed, and it is a whopping $599 and is available for pre-order now. That means people in the likes of Europe, Australia and all them are going to be screwed big time. For example, in the UK it roughly works out at £410. By the time you put the tax and shipping on, you're near enough at £500. It's about £480, £490. And that's a bit steep considering that they said the price was going to be in the ballpark of what the DK2 was. Well, the DK2 was $350. I've had one myself for over a year, and I can tell you now that my arse is closer to the ballpark of $350 than the new consumer version, because $599 is not in the ballpark of $350. Now, before everybody starts going crazy, well actually it's a bit late, everybody is going crazy, everybody's in meltdown over the price, you have to consider something else. This is brand new tech, and I remember when flat screen TVs first came out, they were $2,000. I got mine for $600 a few years later, and you can get mine now for about $150. Same with 4K. That was well, it's still expensive, but it's getting cheaper, and this will get cheaper and cheaper. This is the first real incarnation of VR. I mean, we had a shitty version back in the 90s which was just awful, but this is the first true virtual reality, and it is mind-blowing, guys. I mean, I've used my Rift hundreds and hundreds of hours. I love my Rift. The problem with the Oculus Rift DK2 is that, and DK2 stands for Developer's Kit, it's the second incarnation of the Developer's Kit. You can't buy it anymore, and I advise you buy it. I'm actually putting mine on eBay, so I advise you buy that one, but none of the others. The problem with the development kit 2 was the text was pretty much unreadable. When I played Elite, it was an amazing experience. It was absolutely phenomenal. I was sold in under 10 seconds when I took off in Elite out of a space dock and then landed again in virtual reality. It was like nothing I'd ever experienced in my life, and you have to do it to see it, to believe it. It's pointless listening to someone try and explain how good it is. You have to experience that immersion for yourself. The problem with that was you couldn't read the text, so you couldn't really play the game, because Elite relies on a lot of reading. You get missions, you buy and sell commodities, and you can't do it. You can't even see the power settings on your ship. It's just unplayable, really. I mean, you can get by, but it's not worth the hassle of trying to do it. And so one of the big things for me with the new consumer version is, can you read text? Because whoever develops that will win the war. If you can read text on the Rift but you can't on the Vive, because that's the main competitor from HTC, then there's going to be a whitewash, really, because people are going to, if you're going to pay top dollar, and let's be honest, this is top dollar, you're going to get the best. I mean, if the Vive is £100 cheaper but isn't as good, I'm going to pay that extra £100 to get the Rift. Of course you are. You know, once you get over the kind of £300 mark, you're in it. You know, you don't just skimp. You think, well, look, for an extra 100, I'll get a better version. And so that's the big thing. It's not so much about the price anymore. It's more about whose is the best. What is the best? Now, Oculus, let's look at Oculus first. They are a complete VR company. That's all they do. They don't do mobile phones or mobile games. They are 100% committed to virtual reality. Everything they do in their office is virtual reality. HTC, they're a phone company. They do mobile stuff. They're kind of dabbling in the virtual reality market. They're having a slice of the action because they've got a lot of money to throw around. So that doesn't necessarily mean the Vive is going to be worse than the Rift. All I'm saying is that has to be taken into consideration when you're kind of throwing around your money. If Warburton's the baker started to sell graphics cards, I don't know whether I'd actually go and buy one. Do you know what I'm saying? So, well, the jury is still out on it. Now, I'm going to assume that Oculus have a Vive and Vive have an Oculus. They'll have, you know, found ways of getting it, you know, Jurassic Park, that scene, Dodson, you know, when he goes in the shaving foam, Dodson, we've got Dodson here, you know, nobody cares, that scene. Well, that's happened. I'm already assuming that that's already happened in big books of exchange. I mean, I like to think that kind of stuff, you know, that's how I get by the day. But to imagine that's happened, so Rift know how good the Vive is, Vive know how good the Rift is. What if, and this is just me, what if Oculus have said, fucking hell, the Vive's shite. It's just not as good. Right, get the fucking price up. Fucking price up. $600. Or it could be the other way around. They could be thinking, my goodness, the Vive blows us away. Let's just try and get as much money in as we can now. Hike the price up. It could have been that. Or they could have just got their sums wrong when they were actually working out how much the costs of this was going to be. We'll only know when both of them actually hit the market. Now, Vive, on the other hand, they're looking at the Rift. They know how good that is. They see it's $600 and they see the fallout for that. They could say, hang on a minute. Ours is just as good. Let's announce a price quickly. Let's get that price out this week or next week, and we'll undercut them by $200 and just corner the market completely, because everybody will dive on the Vive. I mean, PAX is about to start in America, and they are going to be showcasing both of this. So you're going to know very soon. But whether you believe them or not is the other big thing, because you know what people are like, especially on YouTube. They get excited too much and they just start ringing bells and stupid things like that. And can you believe what people are going to say? What's going on is we're in this situation again. It's who do you believe? I've got this money that I want to throw at a VR, but who do I believe? Who do I believe? There's only one person. There's only one person you can trust in things like this, and that's me, the man who can't be bought. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do, guys. I've written already to Oculus, and I'm going to write to Vive, and I'm asking for them to ship me one of each, and I'll do a side-by-side massive test in all the top games, first person, car racing, space games, you know, the usual stuff, and I'll give you my honest opinion, unbiased, complete honesty. If they will not send me them, and I don't blame them if they don't, I mean, let's be honest, if they don't send them, I will try and buy both. If I can afford it, I will buy both a Rift and a Vive, and I will do a side-by-side on that. I'll have to then sell them, or my wife will kill us afterwards to recoup some money back. If I can't afford to buy both, then I'm gonna just go and buy the Rift, because I'm Mack, and I still think the Rift, as much as it's featureless compared to the Vive, will be the better one. That's just my gut feeling on this. I don't like what Rift have done. I don't like their package deal, and I don't like their price. I mean, why are we getting an Xbox 360 controller with the Rift? Excuse me, excuse me, Mr. Rift Face. Why are you selling us a 360? I've already got one. And I've already got one, guys. I hate console controllers, and I've got one. My son has two of the fuckers in his room. Every house has them now. It's like going to buy your groceries. You know, you go to the grocery store and you bring your basket full of groceries to the checkout, and then the woman says, there's a knife and fucking fork. It comes with it all. I'm sorry, I've got a knife and fork at home, love. And there's a fucking spoon because I can see you've got yogurt in your basket. I don't need it. I fucking got it, alright? So all it does is it just pushes up the price. It's just pushed up the price of both the shipping and the cost. We don't need an Xbox controller. I don't want the games either. Some stupid fucking fox running around a platform in a shallow as a puddle space game. I don't know. Not interested. All I want right's me Rift to put on me bonnet and have a good time. I'm only buying it for the fucking porn anyway, Mac. It's coming with all kind of shit that I don't want. Now the Vive, on the other hand, it comes with shit I do want. It has the motion controllers for your hands. The Oculus doesn't ship with that, which is a big bad shame. Also, the Vive has a built-in camera, which I think is a bloody brilliant idea, because when I've used my Oculus Rift and my wife's walked in the room and says, hey, I've brought you a cup of tea, and I'm in the middle of docking on a space station, I'm like, I can't see anything. I can't. Where's my tea? I want my tea, but I want to dock as well. I can't. Just, well, it's down there next to your hand. I can't then move my hand. I might knock it over and take it off the desk. Get it off the desk. Get it off the desk now. I might knock it over. I can't see. You know what I mean? But with the Vive, it has a built-in camera, and you just press a button and that camera will suddenly start feeding you an image from the actual room you're in, so you can grab your cup of tea and put it somewhere. You know, it's a brilliant idea. So the Vive has more features. Is it as good? We don't know. We're going to find out over the coming weeks, and then I'll hopefully try and bring you my opinion on which is the best. So I just thought I'd make this quick video to talk about it, because everybody's already started to ask me what I think. I do think the price is bad, considering they said the ballpark was going to be around the 350, but I'm not surprised, because it's premium tech, and premium tech costs a lot when it first comes out. So, you know, I don't think it's the end of the world. It will come down.